Hey guys, welcome back to the Tiny Maths channel, helping you work on the small details that will improve your maths quickly. In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to add mixed numbers where the fraction part of the two mixed numbers have different denominators. I'm assuming you're here to learn how to add these types of mixed numbers, so stay tuned and watch this video right through to the end as I show you how. We'll be working on these two examples, 5½ plus 3 1/3 and 5 3/4 plus 6 7/10. So before we jump into these examples, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of when I upload a brand new video that will help improve your maths. Here's an overview of the steps you'll be learning today. You might want to actually write these down or at least memorize the steps so you can recall them when you have to add these types of mixed numbers in the future. You will also need to know how to add unlike fractions, how to simplify fractions, and how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. I've linked video tutorials on these subjects in the description box. So here is our first sum, 5½ plus 3 1/3. We're going to go through the steps, the 6 steps that you saw in the overview to try to work on this problem. Firstly, let's create columns on the left and the right. In the left column, put the whole numbers, that's 5 and 3, and in the right column, put the fractions, 1/2 and 1/3. Then, and this is easy enough, add the whole numbers in the left column. That's 5 plus 3, and we know that's 8. Then we move to the right column and we add the fractions. That is 1/2 plus 1/3, 1/2 plus 1/3. We can use a simple method for adding these two fractions. Simply multiply the left denominator by the right denominator. This gives us 2 times 3, which is 6. That's going to be our new denominator. And now we cross multiply numerators with denominators of the other fraction. So the left numerator multiplied by the right denominator, that cross multiplication gives us 1 times 3, which equals 3, and then the right numerator multiplied by the left denominator, which gives us 1 times 2, which equals 2. Now all we do is add these two numbers together. On top we get 2 plus 3/6, which is 5/6. In step 4, we simplify the fraction if needed, but we don't need to do that here. The fraction is already in its simplest form. This is because the numerator 5 and the denominator 6 have no common factor, so we cannot simplify this fraction further. 5/6 is the answer we get by adding these two fractions. Step 5 is not needed either, because we do not have an improper fraction. In the fraction 5/6, the denominator is greater than the numerator. So this is not an improper fraction, so we can't convert to a mixed number. So now we've completed our addition in each column. We have 8 in the left column and 5, 6 in the right column. Our final step is to combine the two columns. Add the result in the left column to the result in the right column. So we're adding 8 to 5, 6. 8 plus 5, 6 equals 8 and 5, 6. And that's the answer to our first problem. 5½ plus 3 1/3 equals 8 and 5/6. Now let's move to our next example. 5 3/4 plus 6 7/10. But before we move to that, don't forget to smash that like button and share this video and comment as much as possible so that we can generate enough interest in this video and more people can see it. That'll really help the channel to grow so that we can help more and more people. By the way, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll have a bonus question for you to try. If you can solve it, leave the answer in the comment section and I'll heart your comment. Even if you get it wrong, I'll still heart your comment because at least you tried. So 5 3/4
plus 6 7/10.
Let's go through our 6 steps again. First of all, we create columns on the left and right. In the left column, we put the whole numbers, 5 and 6, and in the right column, we put the fractions, 3/4 and 7/10. Step 2, next, we add the whole numbers, that's 5 plus 6, that gives us 11. Then we move from the left column to the right column and we're adding the fractions, 3¼ plus 7/10. We can use the simple method for adding these two fractions. Simply multiply the left denominator by the right denominator. This gives us 4 times 10, which equals 40. 40 is our new denominator. And now we cross multiply the numerators with the denominators of the other fractions. So the left numerator multiplied by the right denominator gives us 3 times 10, which equals 30, and the right numerator multiplied by the left denominator gives us 7 times 4, which equals 28. We now have two numerators which we add together on top of our new denominator 40. That gives us 30 plus 28 over 40, which equals 58 over 40. This time we can use step 4 because this fraction can simplify. We can do that using the highest common factor of the numbers 58 and 40, which is the number 2. So we can divide the top and the bottom by 2 to simplify our fraction. 58 divided by 2 is 29, and 40 divided by 2 is 20. So our new fraction becomes 29 over 20, which is an equivalent fraction to 58 over 40. So we've simplified it. But we haven't finished yet. We can still do more. Step 5 requires us to convert the improper fraction to a mixed number if we have an improper fraction. And we do, because 29 over 20 is an improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. I'm assuming that you know how to do division, so we can look at our fraction 29 over 20 as a division problem. 29 divided by 20. We know that 20 goes into 29 once and it leaves 9. So this fraction can be written as 1 plus 9 over 20. Sorry if you can hear banging noises. We've got children upstairs jumping as high as they possibly can and landing on the floor. Sorry, can't really do much about that. But anyway, on with our problem. So now we have our two columns with all the values added. In the right column we have 11, and in the left column we have 11, and in the right column we have 1 plus 9 over 20. All we have to do now is go to step 6 and add the results in these two columns. So what we're doing is we're adding 11 plus 1 plus 9, 20, 9 over 20, that is 12 plus 9 over 20. 12 and 9/20 is our final answer.
Therefore, the answer to the problem 5 3/4 plus 6 7/10 is 12 and 9/20.
Now for those of you who have managed to stick around, thanks for doing so. And now here's your bonus question. I'm taking a fraction from each of the two previous problems and creating a new problem. Here it is, 5 3/4 plus 3½. Can you solve this problem using the steps we learned in today's video? See if you can. And don't forget, put your answer in a comment section. I'd like to see what answers you came up with. So there you have it. You've seen how to add mixed numbers with unlike fractions. Hopefully that was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.